Rajni was different from the other kids since she was little. When she ran, she'd shoot forward like a storm, and when she swam, it was like she could smoothly glide on the water, just like a jet. When she got angry, she'd occasionally pick up the other kids and playfully throw them around. She even accidentally started a fire in some houses once. Rajni just couldn't figure out how she could do these things and why she was so different from the other kids. As a result, her friends and the other kids started keeping their distance from her. Rajni lived in a small house with a matron. But she wasn't always like this. When she was born, she was just a normal girl. The protector of Ghost was meant to become the queen of the Ghost universe, so she left her in front of a hut where matron raised her up. Yash's dad was hiding some special stones from the world. These stones gave power to Voltus. He had to keep these stones away from Voltus, and they somehow ended up near the matron's hut, where he sees a little girl lying on cradle. He uses his powers to hide the stone inside Rajni. Now, nobody knows that there's a stone hidden inside Rajni. Her power comes from that stone. And that's why she's so powerful and can't control herself.
Wake up, Rajni. Today we're going to meet my master, Swami Karthikeyan. He'll teach you how to meditate, and he'll help you learn to focus.
Rajni and Bill head out to the Himalayas. Over their ghosts surround Prashant from all sides. One ghost enters Prashant's body. Prashant starts behaving strangely.
I am also a ghost. My father is a healer. He can cure anyone of ghostly afflictions. I won't let him go.
Prashant heads towards his home from there. The ghosts go back into the Ghost Universe portal, and the portal closes. Meanwhile, Yash reaches the stadium, but Prashant is nowhere to be found in the stadium.
How is this possible? Prashant called me and then disappeared?
Yash doesn't understand what's going on and goes back to Prince. Prashant arrives home and goes inside, where he starts beating his healer father vigorously, causing quite a commotion. His father understands that Prashant has been influenced by a ghost. He grabs some special ash powder and tosses it onto Prashant, who regains consciousness.
I'm sorry, Dad. The ghosts made me do this.
Prashant falls at his father's feet.
Dad, I also want to learn this knowledge.
Right there, Yash, Prince, Kittu, and Mitu are sitting at the table and having a conversation.
I got these awesome powers from my dad, and once I collect all 5 stones, I'll be even stronger and take down the Voltus.
I'm totally up for fighting against Voltus as well. Who knows, maybe it was my dad's dream too.
Have you read your dad's book?
Nope. Whenever I flip through it, the stuff inside changes, and I magically find whatever I'm looking for in the book.
I'm curious about your sword. Can you tell me more about it? I want to know about your sword.
Prince opens his book to find an answer. In the book, he discovers the complete history of his ancestor, Prince's great-great-grandfather. They were devoted followers of Lord Shiva. In their kingdom, they were attacked by ghosts. The ghosts had powers, and they were normal people, so they couldn't do anything against them. The ghosts attacked their army members and gradually took over their entire kingdom. They couldn't do anything and had to flee. They ran away to the peaks of the Himalayas and began worshipping Lord Shiva. Many years passed, but they never stopped their devotion. Impressed by their devotion, Lord Shiva imbued a power from his trident into that sword and gave it to Prince's great-great-grandfather. With that sword, he returned and fought the ghosts. This sword can not only fight ghosts but also absorb their powers. As they continued fighting, the sword became more and more powerful. They harnessed the strength of the entire ghost army into the sword and defeated them. Since then, this sword has been passed down in their family, and one by one, they all use it to battle ghosts and protect their kingdom.
Wow, your great-great-grandfather must have been a really skilled fighter.
Not just my great-great-grandfather, but my dad was also a formidable fighter. He single-handedly defeated the Jalcha's army once.
Julchas? Do you know about Julchas?
Yes, but I don't know how to defeat him.
My father's book has strategies for battling and defeating every kind of ghost.
Yash immediately takes out the book and starts looking for information about Julchas. Finally, he finds the chapter detailing how to defeat Julchas.
It's written here that to defeat Julchas, you need to freeze it first. Once it turns into ice, you can then use fire to eliminate him. Now I understand why Julchas ran from the ice cream factory that day.
I can generate fire with my sword, but how can we turn Julchas into ice?
This can do Anadi. He also has the power to control water. He can do anything with water.
Hey, how can we reach Anadi?
As Yash was contemplating, a sage appears.
Yash, Anadi is in danger. Jolchas is trying to kill him. You have to save him.
But where can I find Anadi?
Go to the banks of the Ganga River. You will find Anadi there.
Prince and Yash, sitting on Yash's bike, set off towards the Ganga River. Reaching those remote Himalayan foothills where Swami Karthikeyan resides is not an easy task for Rajni and Bill. There is no clear path to reach there, just keep heading towards the direction of the hills with true hearts.
Rajni, until you remember Swamiji with a true heart, we won't be able to reach there.
The icy winds were picking up, making it difficult for Rajni to walk. Every step forward was a challenge for her. Suddenly, a group of ghosts attacks them. Bill is trying to fight them off. But Rajni is struggling. She's exhausted. The ghosts are multiplying like crazy, to the point where Bill is struggling to handle them. He's feeling overwhelmed. Rajni closes her eyes and begins chanting. A surge of energy starts building within her, and a gentle smile forms on her face. Seeing this, Bill's face lights up with immense joy. Rajni begins floating in the air and shoots lasers from her eyes. The ghosts quickly scatter, but, unfortunately, Rajni loses control over her powers once more, and unintentionally causes some mountains to collapse.
I need to learn how to control my powers. I have to meet Swamiji.
They continue forward, and after a while, they spot the gate of Swamiji's ashram. Rajni becomes elated.
You remembered Swamiji with a true heart, and we're here.
Despite the swirling icy winds, the ashram of Swamiji is lush and serene. Birds are peacefully chirping, deer are resting, and a sense of tranquility prevails. It's as if this ashram is not in the midst of snow, but deep within a forest.
Could this be some kind of magic?
No, it's the wonder of Swamiji's powers.
They step inside the ashram. Over there, Prashant starts learning from his father how to save people from ghosts. Ayurveda is a science that will teach Prashant how to heal people from injuries. Prashant's father begins teaching him how to find medicinal herbs in the forest. Which herbs have what kind of powers and how to blend them together. Prashant's father starts teaching him everything. Gradually, Prashant starts learning the knowledge of Ayurveda. Soon enough, Prashant will also learn how to save people. Yash and Prince were almost at the Ganga River when Yash suddenly spots a group of people running around in panic.
Saving Anadi is crucial, but saving these people is equally important.
Yash quickly parks his bike below. There was chaos below. Ghosts were picking up kids and running away, while people were frantically running here and there.
Yash, what's going on? I can't understand.
It looks like the gateway to the ghost universe has opened in this village this time, and these ghosts are kidnapping children. They leave replicas of the impure ghosts in place of the children during the day, and these replicas turn into real ghosts at night.
We need to stop them immediately.
Both immediately rush down and begin to fight the ghosts. Yash couldn't create a storm. There were children around, and he needed to be cautious. Yash starts using his strength to pull the ghosts towards him, but this time, they weren't coming his way. Yash tries harder, but there's no effect.
Looks like my strength isn't effective against the ghosts from the ghost universe.
He takes out his gun and starts capturing the ghosts. At the same time, Prince starts using his sword to fight them. When the ghosts see Yash and Prince, they quickly run away.
This time we managed to save the people, but this must be happening in multiple places. We'll need some tools to find out more.
I read about a marked map in a book that tracks ghosts. Maybe it can help us.
Great, but before that, we need Anadi's help. Let's deal with Julchas first, then we'll look for the map.
Both of them head towards the Ganga River from there. Right by the Ganga River, Yash reaches the spot where Julchas is searching for Anadi.
This time, I won't let you go, Julchas.
No one has managed to defeat me in centuries. I'm here to fulfill the Vultus's dream of conquering the Earth.
And a battle breaks out between them. Anadi begins to weaken. He attempts to vanish, but he's too feeble to succeed. There's no way for him to escape. Jolchis continues to approach Anadi. Right at that moment, Yash and Prince arrive there.
Hold on, Jolchis. Today, I'll remind you of your granny.
Yash immediately conjures a tornado and hurls it towards Jolchis. Prince also starts attacking Jolchis with his sword. Despite Yash and Prince teaming up, they couldn't defeat Jolchis.
Jolchis is quite powerful.
Yash raises his voice.
Anadi, freeze Jolchis like ice!
Prince jumps from his bike. His sword starts emitting intense flames. He strikes Jolchis with it.
Great job, Prince. We defeated Jolchis, but if Jolchis was this powerful, imagine the strength of Voltus.
Anadi had become extremely weak by now. He had fallen unconscious near the Ganga.
How can I save him?
Yash places his hand on Anadi's forehead, and his wounds begin to heal. Anadi regains consciousness.
You two are very powerful. Who are you?
Yash tells Anadi about himself and his father.
Great, you're Vikrant's son. Vikrant was a dear friend of mine. You're as brave and powerful as he was. I will definitely help you in defeating Voltus and obtaining the Jalmani. But to find the Jalmani, you'll need the marked map. Here's a talisman. Your father gave this to me.
Yash opens the talisman and sees a picture of Anadi with his father. Tears well up in Yash's eyes.
Whenever you need me, just think of me while holding this talisman. I have to go now, but someday, I'll share stories of me and your father with you.
And Anadi disappears. Yash and Prince sit by the riverbank.
Prince, quickly open that book and see what it says about the gun.
Prince opens the book, and it tells the story of Yash's father and the gun. Yash's father was the most renowned ghost hunter of his era. He devoted his entire life to studying ghosts, the ghost universe, concealed enigmas, and powers. After years of meditation and research, he uncovered a variety of hidden powers and sealed them within different stones. He comprehended the strengths and weaknesses of every ghost type, and he compiled it all in a book. Regrettably, he couldn't gather much information about Voltus. One day, while engaged in a battle with ghosts, Vikrant stumbled upon a concealed temple beneath the Himalayas. The temple was surrounded by tribespeople and was dedicated to a goddess possessing extraordinary powers against ghosts. The goddess bestowed upon Vikrant a unique gun that he had never encountered before. When ghosts attacked him, he pulled the gun's trigger, and they were ensnared within it due to its special power. Astonished by the gun's capabilities, Vikrant paid his respects and departed. With years of practice and power augmentation, Vikrant intensified the gun's potency. He designed new capsules for it, enabling him to effortlessly capture ghosts and conduct further research on them.
Wow, my father was so powerful. But then how did he die? And where is my brother? I need to know all of this.
Will Yash be able to find all the answers? Let's find out in the next episode.